kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside, and the ball is loose on the return. The Wildcats offense takes the field. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Maybe picked up. The ball carrier at the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Number 14 in punt formation to kick it away. Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Volunteers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has a 2nd down play. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Headed to the end zone, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Volunteers! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
yards. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Wildcats are on the move. They're going to run it. Shakes off the tackle. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Takes the easy one to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break.
29 Philly. Oh,
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
On 3rd down, going up top. Pulls it in. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Touchdown, Wildcats! What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Volunteers want to move quickly.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just to really...
Can anyone catch him? Inside the 30. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds. But the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. The back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Get it out on the screen. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. He's going to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On the move. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going up top. And they can't. Going for a big play on first down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's not afraid to go deep.
That's why it's so important.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gets it out fast. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to four-down territory. Here's third and short. Looking to throw for it. Using the quick game. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wildcats will snap it on first and 10. He wants to throw. Got a man. It's Jordan. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Snap from the gun on third down. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. With jet sweep pass. He's past the 30. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Vols. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The offense lining up for a first down play. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. We're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now. That is a staple of the sport.
Kentucky going quickly. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Did not work against this defense. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Slips through the line. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On second down, just keeps firing. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick strike complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find it.
To the line.
Complete.
It's now second and goal.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Fast motion from the offense. On the move. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on third down. Touchdown, Volunteer! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, Kentucky, 7.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Kentucky right back to the line. got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. He showed off the stiff arm. They bring the punter onto the field now. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah.
He's looking deep. Snatches it on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
All right, you gave up the big play, defense. I know they got a big chunk, but they didn't get in the end zone. You live to fight another day. Now you got to bow your necks up and make this stop inside the 5.
And the Vols have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. He's got it. Touchdown. And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And he puts through the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead. And
going over the top. Underneath toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Volunteers. And the pummeling has started. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he added the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. 1 play, put it in the end zone just like that. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a short. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage.
Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the beatdown has ensued. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24.
29 Philly.
To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot. He's got it at the 30. Open runway ahead. Touchdown ball. And the punishment has been extended. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And
after this, it'll be a wrap. They'll throw it on first down. Time to take a shot. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. It's really easy to get